Okay, I want to talk about abundance for a moment. So you guys know Nicole and I are launching our 3-part Masterseries, and whenever I launch anything, I literally go through my own initiations to learn more. It's been so interesting because there's certain action steps to actually have your money work for you, to grow that energy called money, and to be a greater vessel for abundance, so to speak. So anyways, all of my stuff that I needed to see has come up for me to transmute and have a greater understanding of this. And I want to talk about the most important piece here. And if you guys want to go deeper and actually do the somatic work, then please join our 3-part series. The link's in the bio. It is at the end of April. It's 333 right now. So some people are just talking about taking certain actions and investments, etc. Okay? The action piece is very important, but what's more important is the energy, but not just the energy. Stay with me. It's shifting the energy and then taking the aligned action from that energy to further code that into your energy field, your creator field, which is the magnet to everything that you are. So there's a law that the moment we rely on a job, an inheritance, a specific investment, a client, etc., for our source of abundance, and wow, I've had so many soul lessons with this, we miss the actual source. Source is the source. The source is responding to our energetic field because we have free will. So whatever we're a magnet to. So the market's doing some crazy things. Some people are like, invest everything in silver, invest, keep it in cash, sell everything, keep it in the market. Everyone has their own idea, okay? And what I've come to realize, and I'll tell you how I realized this, it's quite interesting, somatics, guys, is that at the end of the day, none of that matters if your energy isn't right. Because even if you do all the right action steps, sell at the right time when it's high, and then buy something low, and then that skyrockets up, if you are still doing it from fear, this is so important, you will manifest another situation, another unexpected expense where that money will mirror that energetic of fear. A few days ago, my tailbone started being in excruciating pain. So I went into it because pain is a message, okay? It's a message from the soul through the body of something that you are meant to learn, some wisdom to be attained. As soon as you attain the wisdom, the pain starts to ease. Now there's still some there because I got to do my own somatic work, which I'm doing this weekend. But here's the key. So I went in for, I've probably gone in for 8 hours and tuned into this pain in my tailbone, and it literally put me out for an entire day. I could barely walk, whatever. It was in New York in the hotel room, just lying in bed. And there was so much wisdom that came from my higher self. What was this wisdom? Well, in a nutshell, it was showing me all these experiences in my life where I felt like a liability, where I didn't feel safe actually just fully receiving and not needing to hustle, not needing to go for many, many months now, over a year. My higher self has been knocking me on my butt to slow down in many ways. Like sometimes it's sick, sometimes it's injuries. It's been a thing. I'm being called to step back into my feminine, come back to that stillness, that oracle. And I notice every time I do this, even on my detox when I did this, and I could freaking barely move, whoa, so much abundance came. And then I realized, because of all these memories that have been stuck in my body, all this programming, distorted code that told me that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm a liability if I am in that receptive mode from source. And the thing is, that's where my gifts lie. They lie in the stillness. They lie in the receiving. Literally everything I do for work is receiving in that stillness. And so there's been many moments where I have seen why I've been programmed to go, hustle, because then I can't receive the messages fully. Okay? So here's the thing. As I said, every single time I have slowed down, and this is unique to me and my soul blueprint and my higher self, this is guidance from my higher self, I have literally received way more abundance and support. That's the trick. And on a deeper level than this, I now know exactly where my blocks are. But knowing isn't enough. This is why I'm going to do a bunch of somatic work this week and literally transmute this energy into a higher frequency, of ease, of bliss, of joy, of authenticity, these high frequencies. And what I mean by that is there's some skaras, which are filaments of energy. They're trauma. Samskara is Sanskrit for trauma. So they have been stuck in my body. So until I move that energy, and then from that high frequency, rewire a belief, nothing's going to shift in my 3D reality. And after I do that, so much will shift. I will feel more safe to receive and be in my gifts. I'm a projector as well. I'm not supposed to be hustling every day, all day long. That's not where my gifts lie. That's not where my greatest service to humanity is. And so if I tracked back every single big jump financially, and it's always been rewiring beliefs in my body through alchemy. And that is the most profound step. We need to know what's going on first. That is wisdom. That's like an intuitive read. Then once we know that, that's not enough. We literally have to shift that energy, transmute, go into that pain, that stuck energy, that shame, that guilt, even that lust. Some people are in lust in their relationship with money. All of that's low frequency, meaning it's keeping you stuck and trapped and out of your soul's calling, your soul's blueprint, from being fully in receiving all the abundance you need for your path. And so then transmuting it to high frequency and then rewiring a belief. I remember the moment I rewired a belief in my body with alchemy that it's safe to be comfortable. And I literally had my biggest income day that day. Now I'm realizing I have a pattern that I'm really good at calling in money, but then so much still goes out. And I'm like, why can't I get into the next level of overflow? Oh, because this hidden trauma that wrote the belief, it's not safe to be in my stillness, it's not safe to be in my ease, has been creating this reality for me. So anyways, if you want to do this somatic work, I have created somatic modalities from about 15 other modalities I've studied. I've created my own, integrating all pieces, the best pieces of all of these. And we are doing this work in the 3-part Masterseries on financial liberation. Because any patterns that you have, no matter what actions you take until you do the somatic work, nothing is going to shift. The action steps need to be in that energy of abundance, of safety, of security, of joy, of ease, and then that will be mirrored. One final story, it's really potent, stay with me. So I literally know somebody who kept manifesting situations like she would be about to sell a horse, and then literally the day before they were going to sell it and had spent so much time, energy, money, training this horse so that it was more valuable, got colic and died. And then it happened again 2 years later, and I was like, what is this? And I started looking in, and they were manifesting things getting stolen, and I was like, oh, they have a pattern of guilt. They don't actually feel safe to receive. So even though they were taking all the right steps, and there was a number of other things going on in the field, but all the right steps, that guilt, that imprint of guilt of they don't deserve this because other people in their family don't have it, they literally created situations where they lost it. This is why the somatic work is so important. It's not just the actions are important, but the actions need to be taken from that place, from that energy. And the only way to do that is to do the somatic work and shift the energy by transmuting the core trauma, which then shifts the belief in the body, which is the magnet, and then you can take the action steps and they will work in your favor versus them not working in your favor because you manifest a different expense. Okay, I love you guys. The link's in the bio, and we're live at the end of April. This is a live program. You have access to the replays for 3 days, but we are not selling it. It's not going to be an evergreen. So there you go.